The boy who would become Freddie Mercury was born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1945, on the island of Zanzibar in the Indian Ocean. Zanzibar was a British colony comprised of ethnic Africans, Indians, and Arabs. Also living on Zanzibar was a small community of Parsis, adherents of the Zoroastrian religion who had fled from Persia in the 7th and 8th centuries to avoid persecution by Muslims. Farrokh's parents, Bomi and Jer Bulsara, were Parsis. They raised little Farrokh in the Zoroastrian faith. Farrokh's father, Bomi, worked for the British government and was quite well off. The family had servants and a high standard of living. Farrokh captured the limelight at age 1 when he took first prize in a beautiful baby contest. When he was 8, Farrokh was sent to St. Peter's, an English boarding school near Bombay, India. At St. Peter's, the other kids called him Freddie. He was a good student, a promising artist, and a fine athlete. At age 12, he was awarded the school trophy for junior all-rounder. Freddie also had the music bug. He took piano lessons and sang in the school choir. Before long, he formed his first band, the Hectics, which played at school functions. Freddie liked performing and had a flair for showmanship. In 1963, Zanzibar became independent from Britain. In 1964, the African population staged a full-scale revolution. Much of the British and Indian population fled. Freddie and his family moved to England, taking refuge with relatives in Middlesex, near London. In the fall of 1966, Freddie began his studies in graphic design at London's Ealing College of Art, where many of the students shared his interest in pop music. He was entranced by a new star, Jimi Hendrix. Freddie wanted to be on stage. In the summer of 1969, he teamed up with a struggling Liverpool band called Ibex, who specialized in cover versions of Beatles and Rod Stewart songs. Freddie learned to harness his big voice. He developed a high-energy, campy style of performing that made his bandmates uneasy. When Ibex ran out of gas, Freddie joined a band called Sour Milk Sea. After that, he formed his own band, Wreckage. Nobody cared. Freddie became a big fan of one of the local bands called Smile. Their guitarist was a student named Brian May.
Smile was a three-piece, and it was me and a singer named Tim Staffel, who was at my school. And me and Tim decided that we would like to do something experimental, and the word was progressive in those days. So I advertised on a college notice board for a drummer, saying I wanted someone who could play like Ginger Baker and Mitch Mitchell and whoever else it was, heroes at the time. And Roger answered, Roger Taylor, the infamous Queen drummer.
We were all students, and my flatmate saw a notice on the notice board saying, you know, I think it was Mitch Mitchell type drummer wanted. And that's how we met.
Now it's so good I won't waste my time on a 2-year-old picture of you.
So the beginnings of Queen were definitely in Smile. We had very big ideas and very big dreams, but none of them ever materialized. That's the point where we met Freddie. Tim brought Freddie along to one of our concerts, and Fred came back afterwards very excited. He said, it's great, it's great, it's great, it's brilliant, but you're doing it all wrong. You know, you should be doing a show, you should be wearing clothes, you should be having more lights, more sound, and very full of ideas and enthusiasm, and slightly mad, you know. We thought, is he for real? A couple of years or so, we thought, this is going nowhere, I think we should pack up, try it a different way. And it was really Freddie who said, look guys, give it one more shot. You got me. You know, you can have me. We went, okay.
Brian and Roger joined Freddie to form a new band. It was 1970. The group needed a name. One possibility was the Rich Kids. Brian, Freddie, and Roger were all university boys continuing their studies while they pursued music. Freddie wanted a band name that was short and punchy, something British, something campy. He pushed to call the group Queen. It's very regal, obviously, Freddie said, and it sounds splendid. I was certainly aware of the gay connotations, but that was just one facet of it. The gay connotation of calling his group Queen was typical of Freddie. He had male and female lovers. He would not come out and admit he was bisexual, but he would hint and tease and play with all the stereotypes. On stage, Freddie could vamp it up and get away with it. Being a performer was like having a secret identity. It was an exciting time, but money was tight. To make ends meet, Freddie and Roger began selling artwork and clothes at a stall in Kensington Market. Freddie met Mary Austin, the manager of a fashionable London boutique. He surprised everyone by falling in love with her. They soon moved in together. After unsuccessfully going through several bass players, Freddie, Brian, and Roger decided on John Deacon, another university student, as the fourth member of Queen.
They'd had 2 or 3 other bass players before me. So when I first joined, I was fairly quiet and just fitted in, learnt the songs, and really tried not to upstage Brian and Freddie too much.
Freddie's enthusiasm rubbed off on the others, who were convinced they would be a success.
I mean, we were very confident, and I think when you start off in this business, you have to be confident. I mean, I didn't want to we weren't the kind of band that actually said, okay, we're going to do this, but if it doesn't work out, we will follow what somebody else. No, that's the wrong way to do it.
We were incredibly arrogant, really, which is another way of saying that we had total belief in ourselves. Freddie was full of wild ideas and wild dreams and thoroughly believing that he was a star, even when he was at times sleeping on our floor.
Farrokh Bulsara, a Parsi from an island in the Indian Ocean, had recreated himself as a swaggering rock singer. To celebrate his new band and his new identity, he legally changed his name. Farrokh Bulsara was no more. Now and forever, he was Freddie Mercury.